Chuck Douglas is the pro's pro. The people that work with Chuck, or that Chuck works with, absolutely love the guy. And I know why. He works with people all the time, showing them how to improve, but he's always got new information because he's upgrading what he knows himself.
I read in Barron's magazine a couple of months ago, they said that 79%, check it out, 79% of Americans get up in the morning and they get up living paycheck to paycheck. Isn't that amazing? I don't think they like it, right? I don't think people wake up in the morning and go, woo, great day to be broke, baby. Yeah! Come on! Man, huh? Come on, I can't wait to get up and have no money. They don't do that. I saw one guy, they said, well, your prices are pretty high. You know, and I thought the guy was going to, like, beat the crap out of the person.
Shouldn't have been her.
What did you say about my price? Well, come here. I'm going to lay you out. You don't want that effect, right? So, how many know somebody from the East Coast that might talk a little bit faster than a person from the South? How many of you know somebody like that? They talk a little bit faster, right? It's true. There's nothing bad or good about it. But maybe people, I do presentations in New York frequently, and people want to get it done. Go, get it done. Come on, let's get it done. Right? They're movers, they're shakers. Now, my brother's wife, no offense, my brother's wife is from Birmingham, okay, and she talks a little bit slower. No offense, nothing bad or good about it. She turns a one-syllable word into four. You know? That's okay. But if you get a person from New York and a person from Alabama on the telephone at the same time, well, it's not working if they both talk and speak as if they're from where they're from. Somebody's going to get frustrated, true? Somebody's going to say, hey, speed racer, slow down. And the person from New York's going to go, come on, get down to the point, let's go! Right? But he did that by force of what? It's that bad habit he had, right? His head shaking no, his words saying yes, he's not congruent. Subconsciously, people will not believe him. It'd be like me walking in here today and going, hey, don't be alarmed. The hotel said we have a very small problem today. And don't worry, your pay raises are going to be huge. It'll give you some really high service. Right? Okay? This is key. You know, I always use the example, it's like the guy who fell out of the 50-story building. And every floor on the way down, people heard him saying, so far, so good. Right? No, it's not good.
Chuck Douglas, and oh my goodness, he was incredible.
I give him 2 thumbs up.
I remember the very first time I learned about goals was in the 4th grade. We had a teacher in the 4th grade. Her name was Mrs. Kilgore. And Mrs. Kilgore came in, she was fresh out of college. And the first day of class, she said, boys and girls, what we're going to do is we're going to have a homework assignment tonight for your first night. And we were all like, oh, you got to be kidding us, homework assignment. First night? No way. And she said, here's what it is. She said, you're going to go home tonight, and I want you to write down the goals that you have for your life and put them on paper and turn them back in tomorrow. We're like, goals for our lives? Are you kidding me? We didn't have any idea what we were doing. 4th grade? Come on, right? She said, and I want you to put them in a little poem. We thought, in a poem? Okay, so we went back that night, wrote a little poems, came back the next day, right? In the class, there was always one person called, well, actually, it's that person that has to have the apple up on the teacher's desk. What is that person called? Teacher's pet. Teacher's pet, right? This person in this class, his name was Dan. So Dan was the first person to read his little poem, right? He gets up in front of the room, and he goes, good morning, my name is Dan. When I go up, I want to be a man. I think I can. I want to go to Japan and play in a band. My name is Dan. All the boys and girls went, woo, Dan, man, awesome job, way to go, right? He sat down. Teacher looked out at the audience, called on a little girl named Sadie. Sadie got up, kind of shy, says, good morning, my name is Sadie. When I grew up, I want to be a lady, have a baby. Maybe. My name is Sadie. They're all like, oh, that's so sweet. Sadie, way to go, yeah, right? From the back of the room, the rebel rouser stood up, and he said, My name is Stan. S-T-A-N, Stan. When I grow up, I know I'm going to be a man. I don't want to go to Japan and play in some stupid band. I want to help Sadie over there with her plan. Goals are really important. How many stands in the audience today? Any stands? Okay. We've got a couple of stands in the audience.
He had our entire team rolling. It was awesome.
He was electrifying. His energy was through the roof.
My name's Chad Nelson. I'm a regional coordinator with Aflac. Just had Chuck in, and he did a fantastic job with my staff.
Good afternoon, everybody. Great to be here today. You guys look really good today. How many of you came here today to make more money and have more fun in 2016? Show of hands. How many of you want to be better looking when you leave here today than you were when you came in? Show of hands. Can't do that. Well, a couple of extra ways. I'm just kidding. You're anxious to learn. I always get a couple of people that sit there and go, that's better than good. So I hope there's nobody like that here today. But if there is, I think you'll be very surprised when we get to it. Have you procrastinated something lately? You want to talk about it now, or you want to wait? Leave me alone, Chuck. Sit back here, man. How many of you read at least one book this year completely through so far? 50 Shades of Grey doesn't count. How many? A couple of you, very good. So the leaders are readers, folks. You got to read. How many of you have all your goals, your prospecting goals, your listing goals, your sides, how many sides you're going to do, your gross commission? How many of you have all those goals written somewhere in writing or electronically complete for 2016? Show of hands. Let me see. One. It teaches you that if you can learn to remember one thing about a person, you will literally double your income within a 6 to 12 month period. What is that one thing you need to learn how to remember? Their name. Their name. How many of you have forgotten their name lately? Oh, the rest of you don't have your hands up. Have a real problem with lying, don't you? Notice I'm being very careful about what? I'm not going, hey, I'm Chuck, you are? Do people do that? Like, you know, and some people, I don't know, you know, they don't pay attention to spacing or anything. You know, because I can walk up. Tell me, when I walk up, where I should stop. Okay?
He's the most enthusiastic person that I've ever met. And when you listen to Chuck speak, his exuberance and passion for what he does is so infectious.
Mr. Chuck Douglas.
Great to be here tonight. I appreciate the introduction. I got introduced 2 weeks ago. A guy called me Doug Chuckless, not Chuck Douglas, so thank you.
Chuck Douglas was out today and he did a phenomenal job. And we were excited to have him as one of our dynamic speakers.
Because you want to make a difference. You want to positively impact the quality of somebody's life. How do you do that? How do you make really good decisions?
The thing I love most about Chuck is the way that he speaks with people. I kept looking for the crowd because he does a lot of crowd interaction. And everybody was involved. I took him, everybody was motivated, moved. People were happy, they were having a good time.
Genius is the ability to reduce the very complicated to the very simple. All it takes today is simply one good idea. This is an important time in your life today. These are our ideas. You'll know exactly what success looks like for you.
This is Esther Vermillion. I'm a Blue Diamond with the company. We have had the absolute honor of having Chuck Douglas with us here today. We had a large event for a lot of our teams. He came in and just gave us a power-packed hour.
Chuck Douglas was here today.
We just had an incredible speaker, Chuck Douglas.
We had Chuck Douglas speak to our event this evening, and it was great.
My guys are motivated to the tilt.
He is over the top incredible.
He came here and my agents are on fire.
If you're interested in really getting a bang-up type of a presentation, go ahead and get Chuck Douglas to speak at your event.
If you're looking to have a guest speaker to one of your conferences,
You have to have Chuck Douglas come and speak to you.
bring in Chuck.
Chuck Douglas, he came into our Pink Cadillac studio today and fully revved up my girls. And he was amazing. So if you haven't had him yet, you better go ahead and book him before he doesn't have time. So thank you, Chuck. We appreciate you.